So we are live on Facebook now. That's it. That's the truth. She was too much. Very clear sound tips. We are getting so much value this period. The coronavirus is working. That's the way he called me just now. Where enter? So if you're on Facebook, you're just joining us on Facebook, I want you to drop in the comment. Drop in the comment your location, where you are watching from. If you had value from
the last webinar,
what was it?
Drop a comment.
So
where are you watching from? Where are you watching us from? Where are you watching us from? Yeah, from Bayelsa, from Abuja. Yo.
Okay. Our remote. You're in charge. Hey, Duchess from United Kingdom from Facebook, Awele. Hey, ST Vivian Mokomen, how are you today? Joy Tambo. Hey, hi, South Africa. Bob, how are you all doing? Connecting from Dublin, Kemi.
Doris,
Yeah, Kemi, I can see your energy. Doris, Ghana. Well done. Galaxy, tell us your name.
Tell us your real name, or make we see who they there. Hashtag value, hashtag value, hashtag value, hashtag value. You're getting value for what? You said, I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm in the spirit. I'm feeling the vibe.
After GoPro, yes,
yeah. I can do 3 hours.
You can do 3 hours. You can do back to back.
Back to back. From yesterday night to today. Whoa.
You're going to be every day. Are you ready?
Woo.
Every day.
Yeah.
You're ready?
Yes.
Are you guys hearing my wife? Back to back every day.
Yeah. So
is she ready?
Bonding. Back to back.
Okay. Waiting for our boss to join the webinar. It's not to
see, madam. Yeah. This back to back is suiting me.
Back to back every day.
Yeah. So
she ready?
Back to back.
were hearing that voice inside the SEUN. You don't need password. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. You don't, that number I sent you is what you type in that space. So is it requesting for password? Let me check. 941 194 494. It's booting. Okay. No, others have joined the meeting. No, don't need a password for this one. Okay. Boss lady, good evening. Good evening. Yes, the boss and the boss lady is here. I hope you can see her face well.
You see me now. You see me. Yeah.
How is the one? Promote to panelists. It's 8 o'clock. Just hold on, guys. We're more than 100 on Zoom now. Okay. I just promoted you, sir, as a panelist. You need to accept it. It's not. Boss, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. You just unmuted me. How you doing, my SD?
I'm fine, but your video is not showing.
Why is that? I think you need to. I don't have. I can't unmute myself on.
You need to accept the request I sent you. I sent you a request now. Did you see the request? Okay, fine. Welcome back.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Well done, sir.
Finally. Yes, boss.
Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. Madam.
You know the kind.
How you doing, madam? Thanks for always being the backbone. God bless you, man.
She owed me.
She owed me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
She owed me tight.
Yeah, don't be smart, you know. And I'm well and strong, good.
I'm enjoying this moment.
Don't be smart,
This time, no traveling.
Especially this moment, correct.
I'm enjoying this moment all by myself.
Yes, sir.
I decided to
you deserve it, Jerry.
I want to share. I want to share.
How you guys doing now? SD, Tambo, and Madam.
We are great.
SD couple. How you guys doing?
We are great. We'll be connected on Facebook now.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
We have over 200 on Zoom.
Wow. Wow, that's fantastic. Well done, SD Tambo.
We have
doing a fantastic job. Give you a round of applause, SD Charles Tambo and Mrs. Tambo. God bless you guys.
Thank God.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Tambo, this is fantastic. I really appreciate all your efforts and your consistency, and the fact that you made it open that one long reach, better life, better future, and together we'll all achieve a better life and a better future. God bless you guys. I really appreciate it. And I apologize for taking so long to give you a date. Hey,
it's not easy to get a guy on board. Yeah, we know how busy you are.
Boss, but you two, you know how it is now. You're the boss as well now. Calls here and there, meetings, flying left, right, and center. But at least thank God that now this is an opportunity to connect with all our members from all over. Thank you very much, bro.
That's it. So, guys, how are you guys doing today? My name remains Charles Tambo. That cannot change. And this is my better half, Omo Towns. With us, we have the boss himself as the SEUN 3-star director who has bet so many leaders in this profession and has made so many people millionaire. And his video was one of those videos I saw that also helped me to build my business. I remember the first video you sat on one share, not this recent 2-minute video.
Oh, yeah.
On one share, he was just talking about his success story. I say, wow.
Yes.
Because people are telling us this is women business. No and I saw a man digging it, showing out amazing results. And when you got your first, you were the first person that qualified for a lump sum of money as car fund. That picture went viral. I say, well, as long as this man can do this, I will do it.
And you did it.
It not be two heads you get to. It not get two heads. So asked a lot of questions, and he has built a team all over Africa. That's a wonderful one. So today,
thank you, sir.
We have him here. I know many of us here are hungry to hear from him. You'll be seeing him on stage with the powerful words and energy that is pulling. And right here now is with us. We want to hear from you, boss. Your story before Long Reach, how you came on board network marketing, how you found Long Reach, and how you built a team all over the world. And what can we do to get to where you are? Tell us now.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mahesh. Thank you very much. So far, I would say it gets better every year. Thank you very much for being one of those male Long Reach leaders that has taken the baton to ensure that we men remain figures to reckon with. For quite a while, it's been like, how come the women are the ones doing so well in Long Reach? How come the women are the one in the forefront and all that? It's probably a woman's business. But between you and I, you would agree with me that America needs this opportunity, an opportunity to impact the lives of others.
Network, don't try this.
I think it's the network.
The network should not try also.
Okay. I think we're back on now.
Yeah, welcome.
No, I think it's the Zoom security. It just asked me to punch in or identify some images for me to be reconnected. So I guess it's a security feature of Zoom that was activated. So I think we're good.
A lot of people are hacking into people's accounts, dropping porn pictures. So that's why.
Yes, exactly. So
have those pictures. Okay, boss. Let's hear from you.
All right, thank you, sir. Now, like I said, a lot of people have tagged Long Reach as a business for women. Trust me, Long Reach is a business that is built for everybody. Long Reach is a company that everybody on this earth must partner with. We're talking about a company that has transformed my life 360 degrees. My entire family has had a life-changing transformation, which if we begin to list it here, I'm sure we won't go until tomorrow. Through Long Reach, you can see that quite a number of other businesses, investments have also come up. Through Long Reach, so many people have also been impacted. So many millionaires, like ST Charles just said, have actually been created. It's something that keeps me going. It's something that I know that it's in line with why God created me. Because like I tell people, the only reason why we're created is to impact the lives of others. It's not about all the money. It's not even about living healthy and living so many years. It's about how have you been able to impact humanity. I'd like for us to just observe 1 minute of silence for all those that we've lost to this global pandemic. If you would oblige me, I would like all of us to observe just 1 minute of silence before I continue. To all those that we've lost and all those that have lost loved ones to COVID-19. Okay, so we're back. Now, may the soul of all that are departed rest in perfect peace. I'd like to dedicate this to all those that are no longer with us. But trust me, wherever you are, the Lord God will grant you comfort. And a lot of us that you've left behind will learn from this sacrifice, will learn from this mistake of humanity. And I would always put it this way, no matter what happens, everything has its own negative undertone and also its positive undertone. So you either choose which one you want to run with. But I tell all of us here that no matter what is happening right now, we should run with only the positives. Let us leave the negative. We can learn from the negatives, quite all right, but do not dwell or celebrate the negative. Let's only focus on the positive. Now, I would ask us this question as it relates to the question SD Charles has asked me, but how has it been so far? And can I share my success story and all that? Now, what drove me into this business, aside from the fact that I got connected to network marketing some years back. That was, let's say, about was it 13 years or thereabouts ago. And then I went into network marketing because of the reason that everybody goes into network marketing, which is to make money. One day I met this preacher, and after we spoke, he prayed and he said something that you're a very hardworking man. You have a good heart. And God is telling me to tell you to focus on impacting the lives of others. God is saying I should tell you to focus on touching the lives of others. And if you can do that, sir, you will no longer need to chase money. And the man smiled, the pastor, he smiled and said, sir, you're still chasing money. But if you can focus on touching the lives of others, you no longer need to chase money. Rather, money will chase you. Now, fast forward, not long after that, my wife got introduced to the long reach toothpaste. SD Happy. She had toothache. As SD Happy, I know as Baby. She used the long reach toothpaste, and guess what happened? It was actually Madam Titi Chumagwa, who a lot of you know as Mama T, that gave her that toothpaste. Now she brushed the toothpaste, and guess what happened? 48 hours after brushing the long reach toothpaste, the toothache disappeared. And something struck me that, look, if a company can manufacture a product that is this good, that can give people this level of comfort or this level of solution to a problem, then I should partner with the company. And I told my wife, I said, look, we're sitting on a gold mine, either way you look at it. And that was when I brushed myself up. That was when I decided I was going to run with this vision called Long Reach. When I met with Madam Titi and the former MD of Long Reach Nigeria at then, when we just started, Mr. Johnny, he now, got to introduce more products to me. And, whilst he was introducing the products, something just struck me. And I also turned to my wife and told her again that this company has so many products that a lot of people out there need. All we need to do is focus on how we can push these products to all these people. And, one thing that keeps hitting me and is a driving factor for me is that the wealthiest people in the world, based on research, are those that have been able to give people a solution to their needs. Do you understand? Now, Long Reach comes as a company that manufactures the solution to the needs of so many people. Whether you accept it or not, whether you want to agree with me or not, most of the people that are worst hit by this pandemic are those that one way or the other are not really as health conscious as possible. Now, I'm talking about worst hit in the sense that quite a number of people have been stricken by the virus, but a lot of them recover as a result of the way they've lived their lives, as a result of the way they've built their immune system. But once your immune system is compromised, do you understand? Then trust me, it becomes a problem. Do you understand? Now, we're talking about a company that manufactures products that can even help people boost their immune system. Do you understand? Now, I take you back to when we started again. The fact that we had those products and we could identify that these products were products people needed. As much as back then, we did not have uplines that could speak English. For myself, for my wife, for Mama Titi, for the likes of Oloyeye, for the likes of SD Uche, SD Rita, Lakija, all that we had then that we could show was basically what? The Chinese. Do you understand? Our Chinese uplines who could not even speak English. But, we made up our minds that, look, we're going to learn You know, we're going to learn from the scratch. We're going to learn through the demos. We're going to use ourselves basically as a trial. I wouldn't say test materials, but you know, we have to try the product. So that's why you have to be a product of your product. The fact that we became a product of our product is the reason why those of us that are being celebrated today are being celebrated, from the likes of Mama Titi, from the likes of SD Oluchi, from the likes of SD Api, SD Vivian, SD Udeme, SD Charles, SD Unfon, SD Niemfon, SD Amadu, SD Tess, SD Ebioluyemi, and so many. You know, the list is so long today. Back then, I know how we used to struggle to sell one toothpaste. Do you understand? Back home here in Nigeria, you know, people used to say something that, why would you be trying to sell a product manufactured by a Chinese to us? Do you understand? Because we just believed that it was going to be substandard. They did not believe that those products could do what we thought it could do. Do you understand? But because we believed in the products, and because we used the products and it worked for us, we decided to begin to share our testimony. And that testimony is the reason why this success has been able to come our way. You know, I know quite a number of people that joined as at that time when we joined. But one thing that affected them was the fact that they did not have a focus. They did not really believe in the business and in the products. Do you understand? They also did not believe in the empowerment opportunity attached to Longreach. A lot of them stopped, by the way. Some of them are back now, and you can imagine those of us that started together that are now SD. Some of them are just Diamond 6, Diamond 7, Diamond 5. Do you understand? But you know what? I really, really do appreciate and respect their courage. The fact that they could even come back is something that I celebrate. But quite a number of them from afar right now are really suffering, but they cannot come back because they've not been able to swallow their pride. That's the place humility also comes in. To do well in this business, you need to be humble. You need to swallow your pride and believe that you're a servant because you want to learn. Then when you learn, for you to lead, you should have enough, enough knowledge in your bag, because they say your wealth of knowledge is what will make you wealthy. And the only way it can make you wealthy is when you pass into the lives of others. Because if you cannot pass information and knowledge,
Network is disturbing us now. So.
we used to travel from state to state in Nigeria, from city to city. How, like my wife would tell you, how we're so hungry, but we're so busy, we're not even able to eat. How we used to feed on one gala and a bottle of a soft drink. Do you understand? How for days we'll go from city to city, how we're robbed even on the highway just because we're going out there to tell people about Longreach, just because we're going out there to run seminars. I remember your story, Esther Charles, about how you were going for a training and you had an accident which almost took your life. Your car was a write-off and all that. Those are the sacrifices that leaders make, you understand, for their business to become what it is today. If you had given up then, or if I had given up when I was robbed in Kaduna on the highway, I was on the highway for about an hour. I was beating black, blue, green, red, yellow, whatever color you want to call it. You understand? I was stripped of everything. I was going there to do a presentation on Longreach. But if I wanted to dwell on the negatives, I'm sure someone would have said, hey, because then my mom was like, oh, why would you want to kill yourself over a company called Longreach or over this business? Please, I need you alive. Come back to Lagos. But I looked at the positive that if the devil has not seen that there's something positive coming out of Kaduna or northern Nigeria for me, he would not have placed those robbers on the highway when he did, because it wasn't dark, it wasn't at night. Do you understand? It was late in the afternoon. Do you understand? And for that to happen, I saw the positivity that go there, impact life. The devil has seen that there are a lot of lives of souls there that you are going to touch. Some of those souls that I was able to touch, that myself, my wife, and other team leaders were able to touch by sacrificing and going all the way. Today, they're sending us prayers. A lot of them qualify for 10 million car, 5 million car, 3.5 million car. Yeah, from the northern part of Nigeria, even as we speak today. But imagine if we had given up back then. So it's a story of resilience, of persistence, of focus, of understanding what you hold on to, what you carry, the power Like I always say, I call my team the power to generate wealth, because God indeed has given every one of us that power to be wealthy. It is only our mindset that limits us from achieving wealth or success. Do you understand? And I would also like to connect this to those out there that are wealthy. Let's not look at only long creatures alone. I was listening to Papa Solo this afternoon when he was talking about a vision. Like, this is not about long range. This is not even about network marketing. It's about the vision that God has put in him to raise billionaires out of Africans. Do you understand? So for me, it's a mission. It's a drive to ensure that if someone like Mark Zuckerberg, that does not even have a factory, a gold mine, a refinery, can become the wealthiest man today, just by connecting people via a platform to what they need, then why don't I also use this platform to connect people to products that they need, daily needs, household needs, telecommunication gadgets, healthcare products? Do you understand? And at the same time, as I'm giving them a solution to their need, I'm also giving them a reason, an opportunity to share profits and be empowered to become wealthy. Do you understand? So either way, you find out that people will benefit either from the products or from the wealth that comes with it. But the basic thing is the fact that we have fantastic products in long range that people out there need. And that's the reason why I stood focused, I stood strong. And even those times when my wife would even break down and be crying and say, oh, why, look at how much we're paid after traveling from one state to the other and all that. And I would laugh and tell her, I say, you know what, get up. Let's not give up. Let's remain focused. Let's remain persistent. Let us remain positive. And you know, that push, that drive was all that kept us going up until today. Do you understand? Today, I mean, we just sleep and wake up and boom, millions. And I'm wondering, God, do we deserve this? Well, you know, God is a just God. And like I always tell people, it's what you put in, do you understand, that determines what comes out. Your input also determines your output, basically. Do you understand? So if you find out that you're not giving enough, people would ask me, how come when people are complaining that there are no PVs, you are posting that you're making 8 digits and all that, and I laugh. Do you understand? And I tell them this, you cannot open a shop, or let's even say, you cannot open a retail outlet like ShopRite and be closed for a day. Do you know that even during this lockdown, if you take a drive around town, you find that retail outlets are open, because if they don't sell a day, it will affect them. Just look at a fast food or eateries like McDonald's, like KFC and the likes of them. Imagine you have McDonald's, you have KFC, you have Chicken Licking or Chicken Republic or whatever you want to call it. But they're all competitors, do you understand? Now, one of them decides to close shop for a day. Do you know what will happen? That person will lose money. Now, I stand and I ask a lot of us out there, a lot of participants here. You keep calling ST Charles, you call ST Shell, you call ST Happy, ST Vivian, ST Oluchi, ST Deme, ST Dufon, ST Nefon, ST AB, ST Tess, ST Titi Amadou and Co. And you begin to run. I'm not making money. I'm not doing. How come everybody has qualified for cars? My name is not on the qualifiers list. Have you been able to give what they give? How many times do you stay up to say, look, I'm going to do research all night, so that early in the morning, I'll begin to post on my WhatsApp group, on my Facebook group, online, to ensure that my team members learn. Now, you should understand that you need to make sacrifice for you to achieve success. And that sacrifice is what we made. It's not about Seun strategies, the way he talks. No, it's all about sacrifices. There are a lot of people that can't talk as much as I can. I don't say as well, I say as much because I know I'm a talkative. As much as I can, and trust me, they're still making a lot of money from this business. It all boils down to your mindset. It all boils down to what you've been able to learn and what you're willing to give out, what you're willing to impact into others around you. Do you understand? So basically, if you're not willing to make that sacrifice to learn and to impact others, and sacrifice, impacting others is also a sacrifice, but traveling from one place to the other. Do you know that at the peak of coronavirus, I traveled. I was in South Africa. I was in Madagascar. I was in Kenya. Someone was asking me, people that didn't travel, they have COVID-19. How did you survive this? I said, you cannot be a partner with a global giant. You cannot be using the kind of products that I use, and you would say a virus like COVID-19 would hit you, would strike you down. No way. I learned a long time ago because back then when I had my partial stroke, it was something that happened in the office. Thank God my wife was there. One of my staff was there. Johnny, the then MD, was there, and the rush and everything and all that. I remember what Johnny did was to quickly bring out Arthur Revive. He put it in my mouth. Do you understand? My wife to ask for cordyceps. She put in my eyes. Well, putting water in my mouth, it was coming out, but they forced it into, my digestive system, and I swallowed it before they now rushed me to the hospital. On getting to the hospital, the doctor asked to stabilize me and all. He could list out some go and get just to add to what was the body. My wife was like, "Sir, actually, is one of the products that our company manufactures." Me. Most of us are just after the money we want to make in Longbridge, but we forget that Longbridge is basically a lifestyle. That's why it says better life, better future.
Please, I want you to repeat that part because it was breaking.
Okay. Now, what I was saying,
you had a partial stroke?
Yes. When I had the partial stroke, when my wife and the then MD, Johnny, had to rush and put Arthur Revive inside my mouth, they forced it in. I was able to ingest it. And cordyceps militaris as well. Then I think from alkaline, because I know it was a panic, because one part of my body just went numb. And, they were able to force that into me before taking me to the hospital. And then the doctor started, after, placing me on the treatment and giving me antihypertensives, now asked if my wife could go get Arthur Revive. I was like, Arthur Revive. Then my wife now replied that this is a product that our company manufactures. And the doctor was like, "Oh, do you take it?" The guilt came upon me that I didn't believe then that there was anything wrong with me. I felt I was young and healthy. The only thing I bought with my money then when I wanted to start was soap, toothpaste, body cream, shampoo, sanitary napkin, regular things I felt were useful. I felt supplements were for the sick and the elderly. Do you understand?
Yes.
It dawned on me. From that day, Esther Charles, Esther Omar, it dawned on me from that day that, look, you need to begin to take the supplement. How can you impact the life of sick people when you are sick or when you have not tried the health supplements? Do you understand? And a lot of us are young, we move around, we do not even have time to check our blood pressure. We do not have time to even say, okay, I'm going for a proper checkup to be sure that I'm in good health and all that. Do you understand? Or my health is in a fantastic state. What we need to understand is that with Longbridge, it is better life. You need to start with yourself now, and then better future. A lot of us want to come into Longbridge today and begin to enjoy a better future from today. No, it doesn't work that way. You cannot walk up to me and tell me that you have a deodorant that can help me sort out my body odor, and you're stinking. You're exhuming that smell that shows that you have not been able to use the deodorant and it has not been able to impact you. So how do
you're not using the soap? The person is not even using the soap.
So that being a product of your product, hit me. And from that day, I placed myself on the supplements. And I can tell you, in front of everybody here, I once suffered a partial stroke where you can see me. I can drive to anywhere. I can stand and talk anywhere with no sign of partial stroke. And 8 years running now, I've been going to the hospital for my regular checkup. I have not been diagnosed of even flu, malaria, or anything as small as that. Do you understand? Why? Because I've been able to realize that with the cordyceps militaris, I can boost my immune system. With the berry oil, they're all naturals. They don't have side effects or adverse effects. Do you understand? Because they're not chemicals. Do you understand? Cordyceps is a mushroom. I mean, naturally, you're supposed to eat mushroom. Do you understand? We're talking about multivitamins that will be added to what you cannot get from your regular meal or what you call your food. Do you understand? But you're getting these supplemented through Longbridge. So now you're living healthy, and people will notice and ask you, how come you're looking this young? Esther Charles, what's happening? Madam Charles, you're looking so beautiful and young and radiant and all that. What's the secret? It's because you've decided to make yourself a product of your product, which is one thing that can help you succeed in long reach. Now, anywhere you stand, anywhere you're called upon to talk about your company's product, guess what? You can speak authoritatively, you can speak with all confidence. And I can assure you, 80% of the people in that room will say yes. To the glory of God, anywhere I go to give a presentation, I have that success rate of about 80% of people saying yes. But when I started, it wasn't like that. I had to learn the ropes. I had to use the products. Do you understand? I had to also learn about the business opportunity, the compensation plan. Do you understand? I had to run through it. I had to experience it firsthand for me to be able to pour it out into others. And because of that confidence with which I spoke, I found out that a lot of people decided to follow. Now, leadership is all about humility. A lot of people do not understand this. If you're not humble, you can never be a great leader, because for you to be a great leader, you must be a fantastic learner. If you notice, for you to be a great leader, you must be the best learner. You must humble yourself and learn from your mentors, learn from those ahead of you, for those that started before you. You may even be ahead of them in rank, but trust me, you don't have the experience that they have. When time is challenging, when the storm comes, it may not necessarily be your strategy or your skills that will help you weather the storm. It may just be experience, because you've been through a storm before, or stormy weather. You know where to hide and when to move headlong. Do you understand? But for someone who wants to try skills, you just say, okay, let me move headlong and use my skills. And at the end of the day, you're beaten by the rain or by the storm, and you may end up losing out. But that experience can be gotten, even if you are just starting, by you humbling yourself and learning from those that are ahead of you, which is one thing I would always recommend. And I always say that no matter how much money you make, use the chairman of Long Reach as an example. Chairman Zuzue is the most humble human being I've seen on planet Earth. I need to be honest with you. And I'll give it to him. That's the only reason why he will continue to succeed. And so it's not even about the fact that he has fantastic products, or he has a large network, or he has a lot of other businesses that he does, banking and finance, manufacturing, hospitality, and all that. No, it is about his humility. Humility will make you stand before kings. Humility will ensure that when others are crying and falling, you are actually doing what? Succeeding. Do you understand? So it's basically a function of you making up your mind that, look, because I want to succeed, let me bring myself low and down. Learn what I need to learn, do you understand? And use this to achieve greatness, which is what has given birth to the success story that you hear all over now about Nigeria bringing out SDs, South Africa bringing out SDs, Cameroon bringing out SDs, Ghana bringing out SDs. You know, it's moving from country to country because people now understand that, look, Long Reach is a force to reckon with. Long Reach products I must have in every home. No matter where you go, no matter who you talk to, let them understand that what you're doing, they're not doing you a favor. You are actually doing them a favor by teaching them or by introducing to them products that can impact their lives, that can set them free from the bondage of sickness, set them free from also the bondage of poverty, and would also ensure that the world becomes a better place. Some people would ask me, okay, what if the kind of people around me are already wealthy and they don't need this empowerment opportunity, or they don't need even extra income? Now, one thing I'll tell you is that this season also helps us understand one of the reasons why we're able to succeed in Long Reach. When we realize the fact that everybody, irrespective of how much money you make, will also want to diversify. Everybody, no matter how much businesses you already have, is looking for a plan B. Some are looking for a plan C, some are looking for a plan D. So you just need to identify what the need of this person is. Some are wealthy, but they're looking for good health. Do you understand? Some are wealthy, they have good health, they're just looking for time freedom. They're looking for a business that they can do, that they don't have to worry, or they don't even have to leave the comfort of their home, just like we have Long Reach this period. Do you understand? So basically, once you can identify who this person is, what this person's need is, then you present him with that solution to that need. Do you understand? Automatically, what happens? You become a success story. You help that person achieve whatever he wants to achieve. And invariably, or at the same time, you also achieve a success, or that level of success. So far, So far, so good. These are the things that have driven us. And lastly, focus is one thing I also want to talk about. As much as we had our ups and downs in the business, as long as we had people that will come into the business today, you see them, they're on fire. The next thing, they just go to sleep. You become discouraged, or you talk to some people, they tell you they're going to join, and the next thing, you don't hear from them, they don't pick your calls and all that. We've also had our fair share of all this. It's normal if you don't have it in business, because success comes with a lot of what? A lot of negatives, a lot of stories behind it. Do you understand? So you get a lot of negatives, which will push you to understand that, look, for me to be having this negative, for me to be having this no's means there's actually a positive opportunity out there. I just need to look in the right direction. Do not have to give up. Do you understand? And I always tell people, you can't be driving towards Delta State, and I mean, you're looking back, you're facing Lagos. Do you understand? If you're driving out of Lagos and heading towards Delta State, you need to stay focused on the road that leads to Delta State. Do you understand? Not begin to look back. I mean, if you're driving and your focus is way at the back, what happens? You definitely crash your car. And when you crash your car, what happens? You will not get to your destination. And the drive and the dream for all of us is to get to our destination, is to actualize destiny. And for you to actualize destiny, you need to stay focused. I always tell people, network marketing is not a sprint. A lot of people, even some people that are successful in long reach, also still make this mistake. They see that, okay, I'm successful. Yes, I've achieved everything. Now let me just let it go. No, it's not a sprint. Everybody will definitely get. That's why I always say humility must be your watchword, because when you get there, you need to be humble enough to know that others coming behind you would also get there. The only people that lose out in network marketing are those people that do not end the race. If you look at those that run the long distance marathon, you find out that everybody is the winner. But those that don't win are those that stop halfway, are those that don't get to the finish line. So it's not about how fast it is or how soon I'm able to achieve it. It's about digging deep, ensuring that your foundation is solid enough to stand the test of time. Ensure that your foundation is solid enough to be like the roots of the bamboo tree or the baobab tree or the Iroko tree. You know, so these are trees that you do not begin to see anything on the surface for months. Do you understand? Some even for years, you may not see anything on the surface, but the taproot is digging down deep, 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 just like the foundations of the skyscrapers you see in New York, in Dubai, and other parts of the world, even in Lagos here, where you find out that for months, you don't see anything. Do you understand? You don't see anything on the surface, but you see that there's work going down deep underneath. That's the foundation being built. And it gets to a point where you now begin to see visible growth. At that point, you will know as a leader or as a network marketing professional that you've been able to dig 4 generations deep, which means you've been able to create 4 generations of leaders. Do you understand? Maybe your first 3 with long reach, the next 9 come under them. After the 9, the 27, then the 81. As long as you have not sponsored 100 people into this business personally, then don't expect any visible growth. That's what I tell people. Fine, if you can sponsor 10, there is growth, but it may not be visible. But until you get to a point where you're able to personally sponsor 100, or you've been involved in helping 10 people in your team sponsor 10 each, which is 100 people, and you do that for another 3 to 4 generations, do you understand? By helping 4 generations after you to sponsor at least 10 each, then you begin to see visible growth. But some of us just want to sponsor or sign up 3 people into the business, and the next thing is want to be a star director. It doesn't work like that. You need to pay your dues. If you do not pay your dues whilst you're building now, trust me, you end up building a corner, a maize plant, that you see some harvest in the beginning, and after a while it dies off. None of us wants to build those kind of business. And that's the reason why we've been able to build a global business behind Long Reach right now, which has allowed for us to have team members in different parts of the world. Aside from Africa, Europe, even America, you understand, we're breaking records, we're breaking barriers, we're breaking borders. Do you understand? We're moving from place to place because we've been able to build a solid foundation. Now, that's one thing I want everybody to leave here with. If you do not build that solid foundation now, if you do not plant that seed, nurture, water, and allow for the tadpole to grow deep down till it gets to the source of water that can allow it at least so many years, then you are not yet a righteous man. Because even my Bible tells me that a righteous man or a successful man is one that leaveth an inheritance for who? His children's children. So if you're still piling up debts, if you're still building a business that is generating trickles for you, then this is the beginning. This is when you need to start. Begin to build a business that would outlive you with Longreach. And I can assure you, with Longreach, it will definitely be a better life and better future. Thank you.
Whoa, that was a powerful one. Hearing your story, how you started, because these days, people say, I want to be like Charles Tambo, I want to be like SD Show, I want to be like the SDs, but they are not ready to go through the process.
No,
They just want to get to the top. And some of them get discouraged when things are not working. They never knew that we too will pass through this process when things were not working. There is nothing like overnight success. Well, I get these questions all the time, that some people are having this challenge where they have people in their business now and they are not working. Did you at any time pass through this challenge in your business?
That's what I'm even definitely. It's something that everybody will pass through. I remember there was a time in the business when we had when almost every ST now in Nigeria, as at then, all the leaders lost about 50% of our team here in Nigeria. Coupled with what actually based on the management that we had then, and also some other factors, some the likes of MMM, the likes of cryptocurrencies, and all those came into Nigeria and just swept a lot of our people, out of focus. They lost focus, and because of that, a lot of them left our teams. Though most of them that could swallow their pride came back, but those that couldn't swallow their pride, unfortunately, you need to see how they're doing right now. They're not doing well at all.
So what kept you going in this period?
Okay, well, it was challenging. I'll tell you. The trauma when you put in so much effort, so much time, and at the end of the day, you see your team members just leaving like that. Okay, so basically, my wife just chipped in something. She's very busy with the twins, so she just chipped in something that. I remember that was when we made up our minds that we needed to begin to look outside our comfort zone. Now, our comfort
Madam
zone.
Madam is even supposed to join you in this Zoom.
She's busy with the twins. Yeah.
Sorry, it's my fault. I'm supposed to tell her to join you.
And she's chipping in the points. And she just called my attention to the fact that you remember that when that happened, that was when we decided to begin to look at Nigeria. That was when we decided to take our team, Cote d'Ivoire, United Kingdom, so many places, outside of the shores of Nigeria then. I even remember the first trip we took to South Africa. And, after spending so much money and all that, we had barely 5 people that came for our first presentation, you understand? Spending so much money to be lodged in the best hotel in Johannesburg then, that was Michelangelo Towers, and, just 5 people. And I remember when we got back to the hotel, my wife burst into tears again. She's very good at shedding tears, like most women. And she was like, "How and look."
It's like those women that used to born twin, they used to tear a lot.
Back to our but it's cool. That's what keeps us going too.
Yeah.
It shows that, look, I'm looking up to you. Do your magic. I told that someone, I said, you know what? For us to have gone in 5 people, those 5 people will give us 50 people. Do you understand? And look at South Africa today. I mean, I think we have over 20 star directors from South Africa alone. Do you understand? And South Africa has been able to give birth to team leader SD,
So,
Diamond 7.
how did you build? How did you went to the international market? Because I know you had lots of people in the international market. How did you, from Nigeria, build such market?
Okay, well, that's why I said, most times when a negativity comes, it drives you to think outside the box. We looked at it and we had lost most of the serious-minded people in our teams. Do you understand? And as such, the few people that we had in our team, the likes of Titi Amadou, the likes of Ajala in the UK, Pastor Palm, then Pastor OK had not even joined. It was through Pastor Palm that we got to know Pastor OK. Then Loretta, SC Loretta too. We're like, look, guys, we know everybody is not making the kind of money that can allow for us to say, let everybody now begin to travel, fly all over the world and go and grow their teams. But my wife and I will be going to South Africa, we'll be going to Liberia, we'll be going to the United Kingdom. Can you connect us with people that you have? It's time to begin to look outwards. And that was when the likes of Madam Titi Amaju was like, okay, fine. You've spoken to Titi Ajala, Pastor Dukba Ajala for me. She signed on, she brought in Pastor Pam. Pastor Pam knows quite a number of people in South Africa. I was like, whoa, fantastic. Then let us give us access to these people. Do you understand? Because it's basically teamwork. That's why I keep talking about teamwork. Team building. When you build a team and work with your team, you would achieve greatness. Now, Pastor Pam was able to connect us with the likes of Pastor OK, who in turn connected us with the likes of Pastor Jerry. And Pastor Jerry connected us with the likes of ST Vivian. Do you understand? And you can see the story, the success story as it flows. The same thing with ST Loretta. She connected us with the likes of ST Unoma. ST Unoma was able to connect us with the likes of even IJ, awaiting ST IJ here, who you know very well. You understand? Here in Nigeria. The likes of Awele and all that. Do you understand? ST Loretta was able to connect us with our fantastic team leaders in Liberia. Do you understand? And we had the likes of Nkiru that connected us with Senegal. Do you understand? So before you could say, boom, everybody was able to, because people know people all over the world. You just need to be a leader that would ignite them. Do you understand? Look at Kenya. Look at the way we're connected through the ST, ABOLUMEs, through Reverend, do you understand? Who also connected us with Mercy and The same thing, ST Vivian got me connected to Dr. Charles, do you understand? And I traveled there, I met Dr. Charles, you understand, on behalf of ST Vivian, who worked as a team. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's basically teamwork. The fact that you've seen out there that you need to think outside the box. If Nigeria is not, it's just like the parable that says, or that verse of the Bible that says, out of your belly shall flow what? Rivers of living water, not a river, rivers of living. So when one river runs dry, all you need to do is harness the other rivers. Ensure that those ones are still feeding the source, you understand? So that source does not dry up. Do you understand? So that was the logic we used. And today, working with all these fantastic team leaders.
The question, who do you know in this area? What?
Who do you know there? Tell them to come.
That's the question to ask them. Who do you know in this area, guys? This is where we are going. Who do you know in this area?
That's it. And what you will do as a team member is send your contacts to go and meet this leader. When you hear that when I was in Kenya, I was so happy when they told me that ST Charles Tambo was coming. I told them, guys, you must, and I told them something. You were not there. The last training I had, I gave them an example. I said, the first time ST Charles set his feet in Kenya, it was a Diamond 5. And I remember the likes of Leader Charlo, Leader Moses, were all together. I remember we're taking drinks then.
Yeah.
Do you understand? When we all went out with the team. And you told them, you said, no, ST. The next time I'm coming to this Kenya, I'm coming as the star director. And in a few months, what happened? You became a star director. The next time you stepped your feet in Kenya, what were you? You came as a star director. You were celebrated. First things first is you were not, you didn't, because a lot of people always see negativity. When other people are being praised, when you see that someone is achieving success, rather than envy the person, all you need to do is do what? Celebrate the person. Learn from the person, approach the person, tap from the person. I remember when you walked up to me and you said, ST, was your video that got me intrigued about this business. And I decided to run with it. And I told you, boss, you ain't seeing nothing here make sure you become a star director. And you told me you were going to be a star director. And that was why, you remember I buzzed you when you became an SE and said, these are the kind of men I love to roll. You cannot see eagles rolling with chickens. Eagles would always roll with eagles. But a lot of our people always hide behind the scene. They always want to mingle with chickens when they should begin to mingle with eagles. I can see a lot of STs coming in. I just saw ST Zina or Obasi. All the STs that have joined that I've not been able to say hello to. I say hello to you all. God bless you all. I'm sure our moderators will give you a chance to probably say something. But thank you for joining into this. God bless you all. And like I tell you all, every one of you is an inspiration to me. I'm inspired by your success story. I'm inspired by the success story of more STs that are going to come up through this platform, because it's all about paying your dues. It's all about working as a team. It's all about staying positive, staying focused, and ensuring that no matter what, give the world a solution to their needs or to their problem. And you cannot but be celebrated. You cannot but be celebrated. That I assure you. Thank you, sir.
That's the truth. Because the reason why I asked that question, some of us, we have leaders, we have, even if the star director is not in your team, you see that the star director is in a location where you have people in that location, you don't take advantage of it. It is really a problem. Some of them, they have their own star director in a town. None of them will make a call. None of them will reach out to the star director like, man, since you are in town, I want you to meet this person, meet this person, meet this person. Use your leaders whenever they are in your location. Make use of them. Because I remember you told me that time when you went to South Africa, you were doing back-to-back meetings. You were using you to hold one meeting or the other.
I wasn't eating. It's the Vivian, it's the Gabe, it's the Happy Similani, it's the Duduze, it's the Soli, it's the Pastor Jerry, back-to-back presentations. ST, you're in South Africa, you're here to work. That's what he kept telling me. You're not here to enjoy. This is not a holiday for you. You're here to train.
It's not enjoyment time.
It's a sacrifice. And I saw it as a sacrifice too. So I went headlong into the trainings. Do you understand? And today I am better off. You know, I keep telling people that back then, before we made that trip to South Africa, ST Amadu's leg was our weakest leg. Do you understand? Then ST Uche's leg was our biggest leg. It was flying. And we were just like, what do we need to do to balance this? You know, we kept on growing teams here in Nigeria, but they could not keep up with the pace of ST Uche's team and all that. But at the end of the day, guess what happened? By the time we identified ST Amadu, and she got us connected to the likes of Awaiting ST Ajala in the UK, Pastor Pam in the UK, Pastor Pam, who had lived in South Africa for so many years, now connected us with South Africa. The likes of, and at that point, we're able to now meet the likes of Pastor OK, Pastor Jerry came on board, and gradually that weak leg became our biggest leg.
Wow.
Boom, like that. You don't want to know how much money, as the child, you don't want to make how much money I made off that leg. You know how to calculate it. You know what it is when the just begins to go and boom, boom.
You like, just popping.
Oh, ST Charles, let's not go there. You understand? And why did I bring this into being? A lot of people have left the business because of the weak leg syndrome. A lot of us feel.
Please, you need to talk about that, please. Talk about the weak team, weak leg.
ST Charles is my biggest leg. Because of that, I will not celebrate him. Because of that, I will not even support him. All he needs is your encouragement at that point. He's running his race. He doesn't need your support, to be honest. All he needs is encouragement. And from time to time as a leader, show up for his team. You understand? Give them an identity that, look, you identify with them, then your team, whenever they need anything, you can do that. Then, what you're expected to do is what? Think outside the box. In fact, in Long Reach, we think without the box. Look for areas where you know are untapped. Now, bring people from those areas and plant them on or inside that your weak leg. And trust me, before you know it, that weak leg picks. And before you know it, you have a balanced 3 legs. It's very possible. Even if it's not entirely balanced, at least the difference is not really. For weeks now, the difference in my 3 legs, I've said for weeks, for months, for years now, the difference in my weak legs have not been massive as it used to be back then. Do you understand? And that's why,
Yes.
as I even tell people, right now, it's a challenge to say, okay, this leg is my biggest leg. Because even the big leg, which is Titi Amadu's leg, was a leg that I needed to pump in more PVs for me to qualify for the big car, the SD car in Nigeria. Do you understand? To qualify for incentives and all that. That's the way this business works. So it means this: you should not neglect or forget your big leg. Do you understand? Because if you do that, it will come back to haunt you. So you always need to be connected to your big leg. Ensure that that big leg is still driving the same PVs it's been driving all the while. Then you also focus and nurture those weaker legs so they can also be at par. Then at that point, you ensure that all your three legs get equal support, equal mentorship, and trainings. Do you understand? That way you build a perfect team. And that way you can wake up in the morning and you have 10, 20, 30 million hitting your account in 1 week. It is possible. Before, I used to think it was a dream. Do you understand? Before, I used to think it was impossible for you to.
Thank you for telling us the money.
No, you know. I was able to Eddie Sachs yesterday, and his presentation on one of the groups. My wife was playing on her phone, so I was listening. Where he was talking about someone he knows very well, that the person is not in his team, but the person made ST in about 18 months, and the person was paid. Do you want me to tell them how much he said you were paid last week? Millions of naira. Let me just put it that way. Do you understand? He didn't mention your name. We know. You know my boy. I tell you, he touched me when he said, I said, thank God that this man that used to celebrate all of us when he came. Because one thing I'll give to you is the fact that you were never envious of anybody. To be honest, that's a mistake a lot of people make. You came into this business, you came into this because you saw that people were succeeding. You connected with those that were a success story, and you ran your business, focused, ensuring that you get to the finish line. And thank God that today, you that used to celebrate others, you are being celebrated, and God will continue to celebrate you. Why are you doing this Zoom meet? You could have said, look, I'm not going to invite anybody. But why? You just said, look, let me invite others that also have a success story so that we can work together and motivate our teams. It shows that you're someone who celebrates others. And as you continue to celebrate others, God will celebrate you more. Madam, same goes for you, ma. So that's just it in a nutshell. That's just it in a nutshell. For you to succeed here, you need to remain positive. You need not to look at the fact that one leg is bigger than the other, or people have left your team, or people are not as active as the others, or maybe some other team is doing better than your team. You don't need to look at all that. Just look at the finish line, look at the price, stay focused, and ensure that you run your business positively. Think outside or even without the box, and trust me, success will be your watchword. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My wife has something to say. What? Okay.
Yeah, really. I'm blown away.
She said she's blown away.
I'm really blown away.
Ezzy never tell us the money side, the auditing. You're telling me you're blown away. When you tell us the money, that's what you
Yes, he just mentioned it now. He said there was a time that he had almost
well, social media
30 million. Hearing that money alone.
Well, guys, this business is amazing. It's a mind-blowing business, but there are sacrifices to be made. You've heard it from the SD. There's one, like I said, there's one thing I admire about him is that he's always out there with lots of activity. Maria Mori is not in any company, and you can see that most of the things the SD say aligns with what she said also. This business is the same thing. Success leaves clue. If you follow what the successful people are doing, you surely have success in your business. And so, for just a parting words, what will you encourage new ones who are just coming into the business? What will you encourage them to do when they come newly into the business?
Okay, well, I would like
those new ones who are in the business now. What would you encourage them?
Okay, I think one thing I would always say is this: everybody that was created by the Almighty God has the DNA of the Almighty God flowing inside him or her. You only need to identify that. You only need to eliminate fear, which is what will prevent you from identifying that. You need to know that you have the power inside of you to be whatever you want to be. That brings me down to the difference between the poor and the wealthy. The difference between the poor and the wealthy is simply in the way they think. You're coming into this business, have a mindset of a billionaire, have a mindset of a successful network marketing professional, have the mindset of a successful star director, team leader. Do you understand? If you have the mindset of a failure, you would always fail. But if you have that mindset that I will succeed, if all these other SDs are achieving success, then I can even do better. I mean, they don't have two heads. That's the mindset I run with everything I want to do. Even my other investments that I've gotten through long grace, because I mean, the kind of money you make from this business, you must have investments in real estate, in banking and finance, in hospitality and all that. You'll become an industrialist. That's the good thing about long grace. So if you have that mindset that this is what I want to be, or I want to achieve from this business, trust me, you will achieve it. But for you to now achieve that goal, that target, with the right mindset, which is a positive mindset, you also need to be willing, or you must be willing to sacrifice. You must sacrifice your time. You must sacrifice your energy. You must sacrifice your intelligence. You must sacrifice your leisure time. You must sacrifice your sleep. I tell people that the world is ruled by tired men who don't sleep. Those are those that rule us. So if you want to be a leader, if you want to rule, you need to humble yourself. You need to be ready to make that sacrifice. And as you make that sacrifice and you're learning, which is a process, be ready to sacrifice everything you have to impart whatever you have learned into others. Remember what I said when we first started, that your wealth of knowledge is what makes you wealthy. So if you have a sack and you're packing information, you say information is what? It's success. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is wealth. So you're going for seminars, for trainings, you're attending Zoom meetings like this, and you're stashing all this knowledge into a sack. What do you do with it? You don't just put it behind you and take it home and drop it in a corner. As you're going home, you begin to stop by and you begin to deposit it into others, into your team members, into prospects. And as you're doing that, guess what will happen? These people would also spring up and amass the wealth of knowledge. And once the people around you are wealthy, guess what happens? They push you straight into success. They push you straight into wealth. And that's just it. Give people a solution to their need. That knowledge that you have was given to you by God for you to help others achieve whatever they desire to achieve, for you to help others live healthy, for you to help others be empowered. So once you begin to pour and impact the lives of others, trust me, you will no longer need to chase money. Or you can ask this SD couple here, the Tambos, you will no longer need to chase money, but at least every Thursday or Friday, money will chase you, wealth will chase you, the good things of life will chase you. My wife is saying, she's waving here saying, yes, so, yes, so. Trust me, where there is no finance, there can never, ever be romance. If you want your woman to be happy as a man, if you want your children to be happy, then you need to sign on to this platform. You need to make that sacrifice today and transform your life and see that wealth will begin to chase you. If you're a woman and you also want your family to live happy, if you want your husband to be happy with you, if you want your children to live the lives of their dreams, you also need to join this platform. Make that sacrifice today so you can have a better life today and also a better future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
There's always a building process, and from your experience, you said we should not allow what is happening now to lock us down.
No way.
We should not allow the lockdown to put us down, but we should keep building. We should keep building our teams. So we should try to encourage others as we are doing the business. Thank you.
Positive.
Thank you.
Positive.
Yeah.
That's the essence of all these webinars. So we are grateful for availing your time to come train us, to come share your success story. Thank you very much. Next week, guys, next week we'll be having SD Toshineye with us. Next week. The lady who resigned from the bank. and she's doing long reach full time. So
fantastic.
So make sure you get logged in. If you have value in today's webinar with SD, make sure you drop some emoji and drop some emoji for him, the likes. Thank you very much for joining. I have the max I have for our webinar before was 100, but I knew that today I don't need to do 100, so I had to pay for extra 400 so that I can have 500 attendance on Zoom. For you to pay for that is over 50,000 naira. So when you see some of those leaders sacrificing for you guys to have value and build your business, you need to plug in. Plug in. Right now, you don't need, there's no way you can send people to seminars now. There's no seminar, guys. There are a lot of Zoom taking place all over the world. Get plugged in and make sure you are inviting people to those Zoom meetings. And before you know, you'll be building the foundation of your business. And before you know, phew, your business will bust. So we are learning. We are learning. We are praying to get to where you are.
We'll get to the very top. We climb on the top as 5-star. By God's grace, we'll get there.
Yeah. Okay, bye, guys. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. My regards to Madam and the family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Regards to the family too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.